Glorilla's plastic surgery is causing this problem. Now, I'm not a huge fan of plastic surgery because if you find a shorty that did a whole bunch of plastic surgery and then she was chopped before and then you have kids with her, now you're going to have some chopped kids, right? However, I do feel like people have the right to feel confident in their own skin, you know? So surgery here and there, you know, I ain't really mad at it. Whatever surgeries Glorilla did, it worked. All right, I don't know what it would be, I don't know what it could be, but it worked, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not fully convinced that she had any surgery, maybe like fixed her teeth, but you know what they say, money make you handsome.
Once upon a time, Glorilla was broke living in Memphis before the fame.
Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to this video, because soon as I get the money, I'm getting all new pearly white. Stop playing with me. Y'all need to stop playing, you know what I'm saying?
And before she got the money, she looked like this.
Here from now on, I'm gonna make fun of you every time I walk out the door. Every time I go in the door, I'm gonna make fun of you.
That's tough. That's crazy. That nigga now, that nigga pissed. He like, bruh, I should have saw that shit. That shit was like Bitcoin. That shit was like Bitcoin in 2015, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Bitcoin was out in 2015. It might have been. Maybe it's like 2018 Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't
just like
care.
I'm gonna do you.
But today, Glorilla looks more like this. Now
Yeah.
she got an NBA boyfriend,
Get him glow.
Brandon
Get him
Ingram,
glow.
and
Get him glow.
all is well. But now people are investigating. Like, why does Glorilla look so
She doing like the Kim Kardashian type shit.
different? It all started when Glorilla had this particular rhinoplasty surgery a few months ago. And
y'all, we could tell that she got a nose job. And she came out and said, Andy, baby, we already knew. You didn't have to tell us. And it's, when I tell y'all the nose is so ugly, it is, y'all, it's like this.
Woo!
I mean, damn, you can't please everybody.
Why is saying a nose so ugly because it's like this? That's fucked up. You know, she's got a different nose. You know, hey, maybe, you know what? I need y'all to stop talking about noses, nigga. That's my trigger. Stop playing with me. Because I got a big nose. Look at my nose. I got a big ass nose, bro. Somebody came in my comments one time and said, if you were to fix your nose, it would be such a great model coming from a model that models on whatever, like in one of my videos. And he's like, you have the facial bone structure, you just need to fix your nose. Nigga, I ain't fixing shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fixing my nose. What? It's just my nose. It just is what I is. It's part of me now. You know what I mean? But I would change the teeth. Yeah, I would get some pearly white. Stop playing with me. But yeah, that's fucked up saying her nose is like that. What about people that are born with noses like that? You think their nose is ugly as fuck too? That's fucked up.
But hold on. Again, some people think that she looks completely fine.
Yo! So if you haven't been paying attention, this picture of Glorilla has been going viral on the internet because she looks completely unrecognizable. People are comparing this photo right here to this early picture of Glorilla, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks like two completely different people. This just goes to show you that you were never chopped, you were just broke. We see this all the time with celebrities because they get work done all the damn time. Somebody has said, I think it's either multiple layers of filler / Botox. This is the point where the enhancements should stop, but they always keep going and become unrecognizable.
Now I want to deal with this unrecognizable part because Glorilla has, in my honest opinion, a majority female audience. I would assume a black female audience. And of course,
She need to get rid of that gorilla on her chest. Maybe that's a part of her now. That's one of them things. She's like, I ain't never getting rid of this shit. But you could get rid of that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Just laser that shit off. You know what I mean? You laser it off or cover it up, but I would lean towards laser it off. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, it is who she is. She Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Get a glow. Get a glow. Get a glow. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she should keep it. You know, just for her roots. It was a stupid tattoo though. It was a dumb tattoo though. Like that had to be the most idiotic tattoo like ever. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of her chest, a gorilla, a pink gorilla. Shit. She was in the trenches. She had to be in the fucking trenches.
Of course, she was already lighter skinned, and now she has, you know, some work done. But the question is, who is she trying to look good for? I mean, she already has Brandon Ingram. You know, she has a large female audience. So what is the pressure of, you know, this surgery? Because right now she looks, I would say, really updated and completely different than before. And that's for right now, while she is still young. But again, the person said that, hey, she could become unrecognizable. And we've already seen somebody have.
It's just a good picture. She might have edited it. She's pretty far. Like, I think this could be, you know, chalked up to like editing. You know what I mean? I feel like she might have edited her face a little bit, and it might just be a certain angle. The picture's from pretty far away. You know what I mean?
Such an experience.
Now, I do not think that Vivica Fox is an ugly woman. However, this looks normal. Besides all the Botox, and they put too much Botox in the forehead, so it's spreading the forehead, because what it does is stretches your skin out when you do Botox, and when it dissolves, your skin gets thick. It's kind of like losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight, and the skin starts sagging, so they put more Botox in, so the face gets bigger and bigger.
Even though Vivica A. Fox didn't get a rhinoplasty surgery, to my knowledge, she did get some things done. One was a Botox injection, and then we also saw the BBL. Now, Vivica A. Fox has always been very, very beautiful, but then something happened with the Botox.
She looks like a normal 50-plus-year-old black woman. The BBL's a little off. It don't match the legs, but pause. Who is that? Who the is that?
Vivica A. Fox was so ashamed of what she looked like, she actually went to AI to change her appearance.
Damn.
And it got so bad that people started making fun of Vivica A. Fox.
Well, what going on? What going on, Vivica? What is this?
Fuck.
They say you looking like Tyler Perry at that bit.
Now, this is what I want to talk about, because obviously Glorilla has this particular change in this dramatic new appearance, but let's look at what we are telling women in the industry or black women. Ultimately, you're telling these women that in order for you to look beautiful, regardless or if you're light-skinned or dark-skinned, you must undergo significant facial features. We have seen this with a bunch of artists. Meg Thee Stallion, we've seen it with Nicki Minaj, we've seen it with Cardi B, and now we're seeing it with Glorilla. Now, at first, it would be a colorism argument, but we've seen that all of these four women, different skin tones, are from different parts of the black diaspora, and they're changing their jaw.
Yeah, I don't know what shorties are doing right now. Like, even look at Coi Leray. Coi Leray looks a lot prettier. I don't know what surgeries, or if she had any surgeries, or, you know, that's just time, father time, you know, working its magic. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that was chopped, and now they just not chopped no more. But also, like I said, or like dude said, you know, I said money make you handsome, but old boy said you not ugly, you just broke. Right? So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so I can get my money on and I can get that. Yeah, pearly whites, boy, stop playing with me.
Line, they have adjustments to their eye areas. You know, you have nose jobs or BBLs. All of these women are transforming their looks. Of course, this happens with non-blacks also, but in the black community, this.
Somebody comment, let me know what did Nicki Minaj do to her face? You know what I'm saying? Maybe a BBL for Showski. But what she do to her face? You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was just her real nose. Same thing goes for Meg. I feel like Meg always looked the same. Honestly. Anyway.
This is what we're telling women. That if you want to be accepted, what you look like now is not enough. And then, of course, you pay this.
Something's off about her talking. Like while she's talking.
Oh,
Hold up. Playback speed 0.25. Did she only do? She only did the front 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, why is it only 5? Or maybe 6. Maybe it's this one back here. But it looked like, you know, it don't. The new teeth don't go all the way to the back, bruh. Maybe that's just angling.
Nah.
Like, you see that?
No.
Maybe it's just angling. Now, when I get mines, I'm doing all 32, 36. I don't know how many teeth you got in your mouth. However many they is, my nigga's gonna go all the way to the back. Stop playing. Porcelain. You know what I'm saying? Super strong porcelain, nigga. Stop playing with me. Anyway.
And then, of course, you pay this severe price because as you get older and you have to keep getting these Botox injections,
y'all see
the
what I see.
same thing has happened also with Lala Anthony, other people. Your face almost seems, or it could become, like disfigured, you know? And then, but you know what the worst part of that is, gentlemen? Black men get blamed for their choices. Now, again, I want to talk about the changes that women do, especially cosmetically, but that can be correlated to black women's hair.
Why do black men always resort to attacking black women's hair in an argument? You know, people argue in life, it's a normal thing. On social media, why are they so quick to attack a black woman's hair by saying, oh, where's your real hair? Or, oh, you're wearing a wig.
This nigga ain't black, bruh. I need to hear this from a black nigga. I need a black nigga saying this shit. But it is facts. The thing is, then I don't know who he's talking about. You know, maybe there's a lot of men, most men, you know, not most, but there's a lot of black men that, you know, feel some type of way about black women's hair. But I'm very strong. I'm a very strong advocate of black women wearing their natural hair, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? Nurturing their hair to look how they want it to look. You know, even though it is a lot more difficult to deal with compared to white women's hair, other ethnicities and things of that nature. But I do feel like black women should be wearing their natural hair. However, I wouldn't attack a black woman for doing anything to her hair. And then on top of that, I feel like when anyone is attacking anyone, they gonna hit you where it hurts. If they don't fuck with you, they gonna hit you where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like black men know that that's a weak point. You know what I'm saying? For black women, they know that black women don't play about their hair. So, you know what I'm saying? If you gotta talk shit to somebody, you hit them where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I think that is. I think other ethnicities, races, things of that nature, they don't really understand how locked in black women are with their hair. So black men know, and that's why they be going for that fucking head top to really hit them where it hurts. But anyway,
or frontal installation, whatever. You would think out of anyone, they would understand it the most because they grew up with mums or maybe sisters as well. But no, anytime they're on the back foot, it's straight to the hair. They're dissing their own women's hair.
Now, this guy is saying something that largely I've seen before. When black women make the decision to change their hair tone, you know, black men come back and they criticize it. And then these black men are called misogynist. You know, you don't really appreciate what a black woman looks like. But at the same time, these hairstyles are not really to please black men at all. It's more or less an insecurity issue. And this is what happens also when you look at, you know, the Nicki Minaj types, you look at the BBLs, you look at the Glorillas. When you see these cosmetic changes, instead of them saying that they have, you know, insecurity about what they look like in the industry, ultimately it will come back or be tied back to a black male preference. And you'll hear the same thing, you know, with Vivica A. Fox. Although when you look at her, at first she was exceptionally gorgeous. Even 4 to 5 years ago, in her older age, she aged gracefully. But what Vivica A. Fox did, she went and got a BBL, which in my opinion didn't serve her purposes at all. And then now the Botox injections are making her face swollen. And so then again, when you hear some of the reasons for why these women are doing this, they're gonna come back and say the same reason as to why they get the weave. But the reality is this.
I made a post about how Black women are upholding this whole texturism thing in the Black community, how we're the only ones complaining about certain textures. We're the only ones complaining about, not being able to manage our hair. Why are Black women commenting talking about, oh, it's Black men fault? What the fuck do Black men got to do with the fact that you don't like your hair? Mind you, as a Black woman, I have never met a Black man who did not like natural hair. But for those of you who have, I offer, what the kind of do y'all even be around?
And I'm using the natural hair argument.
See, that makes a lot more sense. And women are changing. This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's what came first, the chicken or the egg. You know what I'm saying? A woman would, like Glorilla, let's say when she was younger, she might have wore her natural hair, whatever. No niggas wanted her. Then she got famous, did all this shit to her, whatever. Now she got niggas on her. You know what I'm saying? Now she dating an NBA player. And now people look at her, or people can look at her. Let's not say they're looking at her. Can look at her and say, oh, she straightened her hair and she did this, and this is why she got this man. Dialing in on just the hair, that's what just the women are doing to their hair. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there needs to be a lot more representation for women of all different hair types, that are in the music industry and every type of industry, but like just super famous women, like Nicki Minaj always got a weave in, always got her hair straight. Like, I can't tell you the last time I seen Nicki Minaj curly hair. You know what I'm saying? So it just comes down to that's what they're doing, and that's what women are seeing. And then women complain about, oh, this is what men like, but no, that's just what women that get those men are doing after they get those men, or when they get a certain amount of money, or when they hit a certain status, and then now it becomes the status quo. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
because this is the same argument that I want to use when it comes to women and their enhancements. And I know obviously not every woman will do what Glorilla is doing, but some may see her and feel that she looks beautiful and this is a goal for them. The reality is that a Black male partner is not gonna choose you because you have a BBL. He's not gonna choose you because you're doing what Glorilla is doing. You have a rhinoplasty and all of that. The reality is, for women who participate in these cosmetic surgeries, I've never really seen it enhance their ability to get a man. I mean, let's look at Cardi B. She's gotten all of these things. And what has it gotten Cardi B? To be a side chick to Stephon Diggs.
Woo! Sick.
In the case of Nicki Minaj, she has Kenneth Petty, the jailbird.
Woo!
In Glorilla, she's still writing out her chapter. So we don't know what she will become. But the reality is that working on all of these things, which is your outer appearance, it shows that these women are more concerned about this instead of working on what most people care about, which is who you are as a person. When you listen to what got Cardi B popular in the first place, was not her BBL. It wasn't her surgery. It was people listen to her talk on Instagram. She was funny. She could connect with people. When you go to her Twitter spaces, that's what you hear now. Same thing with Nicki Minaj. That's what you hear now. People love them because of them. The same thing with Glorilla. She is relatable. And also in the dating market, if you're a woman, it's great to be attractive, but nothing was wrong with Glorilla in the first place. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because so many Black men are talked down upon because you don't like Black women in their own original format. And when Black men talk about weave or these BBLs or these rhinoplasty surgeries, in which they always talk what they don't like and women get them anyway. And when these situations are put up on Black men, there's no real accountability for why some of these sisters go for this or at least create the pressure that their own female artists feel the need to do this, because Meg Thee Stallion is not doing that to impress some man. I don't think that she's doing it to impress men. But again, these are your women who are going to be the so-called, I don't know if you would call them role models for the next young ladies, but this is going to be the new standard of beauty. On the flip side, a lot of these black men are going to continue to date, out, all right? And when they date out, they're going to date somebody who naturally looks like what these women are trying to become.
Woo!
And that's going to be the scary part. Why would some man date a woman who is going to be so genetically altered when you can go out and get a woman who is not genetically altered? And we're not trying to say that all women will go through these processes, but again, you are seeing women risk their lives going through processes when the real process is just be a great woman. The real process is just be as beautiful as you can. The real process is just, hey, take care of yourself, go to the gym, and the man that will like you for you, he will like you for you as long as you put yourself out there, okay?
Very true. And also, there's like levels to attractiveness, right? Like, being ugly is tragic, right? And then, there's always ways to make yourself more attractive, period. But when you're medium attractive, cool, you're in a chill place, when you get like attractive, then, that's where things are okay. But when you're attractive and then you try to reach new peaks of attractiveness, you almost make your life harder, right? Like, at the end of the day, you do all this surgery. Let's say, in a world, all your surgeries go perfectly and now you have the perfect body, the perfect face that you always wanted, the perfect teeth, the perfect hair, everything went exactly how you wanted it to. And now you're super attractive. Now, what was the goal of this? To find a man with more money, or, find a better mate? Because all you're going to do is broaden out your horizons of finding different mates. But that's going to open it up to where so many different people are going to be trying to talk to you, get at you, rich niggas. Then you're like, oh yeah, I like this guy. But rich niggas are always going to slime you out. So now you're getting slimed out by this nigga because you like him. Get slimed out by this nigga because you like him. Like, you're just going to keep getting like beaten down. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Cardi B. And not to say that she's the most attractive in the world, or even Nicki Minaj is the most attractive in the world, but they have status which kind of makes up for the little, not supermodel, fucking drop dead gorgeous, prettiest woman in the world. That kind of puts them up there on that list with those women. And because of that, things are just harder for them. They have niggas they think that they going lock down with, but the niggas with that same status that can get all of these women, why stop? I'm not, like, at the end of the day, like, let's be for real. Why stop? You can get supermodels here, there, and you have more than enough money to splurge on every single one of them to do whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's go to Belize. Bringing 10 bad bitches to Belize. The baddest bitches you ever seen in your life. Why stop? Them niggas ain't gonna stop. You don't want them niggas even on your radar. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's better to be high attractive than drop dead gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, damn.
Nobody's going to give you more or less business because you have BBL. No guy is going to like you less or more because you have BBL. Because you have a rhinoplasty surgery, you're not going to get more or less friends. People are going to be drawn to you because you are drawing them to you the old-fashioned way. And there is a saying that is so important. The more things change, the more they remain the same. And AI is here. There's so much going on in the world. But what we forget about as humans is that the greatest thing that we still have is human connection. And to make people feel valued, loved, cared about, adored, that's something that a BBL can't do. It's something that a rhinoplasty can't do. And it's even something that money can't solve. And when people focus on those things, it really kills all of this other stuff, because you know what happens at the end of the day? All this stuff backfires. The Botox backfires. The BBLs backfire. These rhinoplasty surgery backfires. And then these women keep going underneath a knife and going underneath a knife. You know, they end up looking like Lil' Kim. And it's just crazy how bad it can get when all that you had to do was, number one, love yourself and the skin that you're in, and provide value to the world that had nothing to do about what you look like. And everything else will fall into place. Again, there's gonna be people who don't like what you look like, or who think you're ugly, or who are gonna think you're fat. But guess what? You can still get all of that stuff going on, rhinoplasties, the BBLs, and guess what? People can still think that you're ugly, right? And they can still think you're unattractive. It's not gonna change anything. Glorilla is not, I repeat, not gonna lose a fan base because girls think that her nose is too big or too small. She's not gonna lose a fan base because her butt is too small, or her butt is not big enough, or it's not wobbly enough. Why does that have to be the case? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson.
Hey man, shout out to Glorilla. Whatever she did, you know, I feel like she had a crazy glow up. I know she did her teeth. I don't know if, like, they said that she did do her nose, but other than that, I don't think she did anything else. You know, that's probably one of her biggest insecurities, and she fixed it at the end of the day. You know, you just got to be happy for her. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you have your biggest security that you've had your whole life, and you still beat all the odds, and you have the money to fix it at this point, you know, do it, or be happy with what you got. You know, J. Cole said crooked smiles. He said he wasn't gonna fix it, but yeah, look, J. Cole, I don't even think he fixed his teeth, man. But I wouldn't be mad at him if he did at the end of the day. You feel me? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.